Hello Aquarians and cross watchers, welcome to your video. So I am creating this video for you on January 19th 2025, but if you're ahead of the US, it's January 20th 2025. And happy birthday Aquarians, happy birthday. It's your birthday season. All right, I hope you get everything that you hope for. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful birthday, and most of all, I hope your birthday is full of peace and joy. So anyway, welcome to our channel that I've created here, Aquarius by Aquarius, and I'm your host, Colleen. I don't know what's going to come out, but all day I've been hearing, you know, the undoing, the great reversal. I've been channeling a lot of messages, which some I want to go and sit down and meditate more about. I just feel like with all the cards and everything that comes out, so much change is upon us, okay? And we are the witnessers and the light keepers, and we are holding the light. And I believe we are going to witness the undoing, the unraveling of the fake world and the fakeness and what's not meant to be here and what's not meant to be for you. So anyway, I've already said my prayer, and I want to be the first to tell you all that you're so beautiful and you're so needed in this world. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for sharing your time and your energy with me. I value you and the divine values you, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you for holding the light. I know I've heard many of your stories. You've shared many of your stories in emails and comments, and you guys have been through so much. And I just want you to remember that you're not unlucky, okay? You went through it for a very special reason, and it wasn't to succumb but to survive. So I just want you to remember that. So we're going to see what wants to come out here. A message that I got right before I started this was nurture your divine feminine and your divine masculine self, because you have both. And I was told specifically to nurture your divine masculine energy, go after a goal, set a goal. Doesn't matter how big or small. Obviously, the smaller goals are easier to accomplish. Set a goal and go toward it. That's a way to nurture your divine masculine energy. Nurturing your divine feminine energy is quite different. Do something relaxing. You know, take a bubble bath or sit in nature, okay? But it's relaxing. It's not doing at all. It's just sitting and receiving. That is the divine feminine way to nurture yourself, to sit in some sort of enjoyment and an energy of receiving and attracting. So balance yourself, all right? Go after a goal one day, relax another day. Or if every day you're going after a goal, make sure at the end of every day you do something joyful and relaxing just for you. Anyway, let's get into this reading. I'm going to open up with the, what is the name of this deck? Shaman, the Healing, Shamanic, something like that. Shamanic Healing Oracle. We're going to open up with this and see what wants to come out here. Show me what I need to see for this reading, please. Thank you. All right. Bottom of the deck is really what matters the most. It's ascension. Okay, card number 24, 2s, 4s, 6s might be important. They might be some numbers you see every day. They might be in your birth chart, your life path, birthday number. Anyway, the three cards that came out are Divine Timing, a card of number 30. All right, number 3. And I had bought some new tarot cards in a tarot shop yesterday, and the girl that rung me up, she had a necklace like that. She's like, man, I went through so much to get this necklace, and I feel like you've went through so much and you're about to obtain something, okay, as a reward. Because I just thought of her. I feel like you either are going to go through so much to get something and you're going to get it, or you've just gone through so much and you're going to be rewarded for being the holder and the keeper of light through all of that stuff you've went through. I feel like you got a reward coming in. And we have retreat, and that's what I said. Don't forget to nurture your divine feminine side and your divine masculine side. And this is interesting because It looks like a sun, kind of, if you look out, you know, kind of looks like the shape of a sun, rays coming out. But it says changes, all right, number 29. So 2s, 9s, or 11s you could be seeing. And 40 or 4s you could be seeing, and 11, 11, and retreat. Retreat is the divine feminine energy. Go after what you want. Changes. You have to create change. Only you can create change that you know you want to change, right? Obviously, circumstances, things happen in the world that we can't help it, okay? We can become a victim of circumstance sometimes, but change I'm talking about is change that you can create. If you want to change something, go after something, you are in that divine masculine energy to do it, okay? That's the action. That's doing it. And then retreat. Wait for it to receive it. You get it? Sending out. You see these rays? Sending out an intention, sending out divine masculine energy, and then retreat in your bubble bath or your humble abode and just wait to receive. I feel like this is messages getting received. Divine timing. Everything happens in divine timing. I should start making little short videos, little YouTube shorts, because just reading those cards like that, right, that can be in a minute possibly if I speed it up. Let me know how you feel about YouTube shorts, of just doing a few cards like that, like a daily thing. Something I used to read my horoscope before I went to work every day. Often it never happened, but I always enjoyed it. It was entertaining for me. I've always loved that. So just let me know how you feel about that. A little daily something in a YouTube short or something like that. We have come to the edge. This is 936, which turns to 9. Come to the edge. And we have guidance on the bottom and time to go. I feel like there's guidance either being shown to you or someone else, because remember, if you have a manifestation coming in, there will be others who are guided to create this manifestation for you, okay, depending on what it is. Because when you send it out to the universe, you send it out into the collective, okay? Whatever you want, guys, remember, I'm getting it too. Your messages, they're going to me and you and everyone else who watches this. We're all a part of you obtaining what you want. And all of us will support you as long as you're not hurting us or the planet or its inhabitants. That's how it works. Then all you got to do is receive it. But I feel whatever you want that's good is coming. I don't know what caused the change. You know, this woman is walking away from the rose petals. Come to the edge. It's just time for a change. Now what's changing? It has a lot to do with what's been on your mind, but I do feel we have the angel there guiding, turning someone's neck, showing someone a way, a path. Someone would be shown the path to you. So if you've been, you know, manifesting this companion or this love, and you don't know, you just know they exist in the world somewhere, and then you just meet them one day. You know, somebody's going down the road this way, and the angel turns the neck and says, no, go that way. I actually found a job that way once. I was going to go, dead set going to this particular place that I said, I'm going to go apply for a job over there. This was like 15 years ago. Or 20 years ago, I don't know. And you have to, I'm moving things around, so things are falling. You have, if you hear something, just don't worry about it. And then I was going to go to that place, and I got to this stop sign. It was a red light. Spirit says, make a right. Go over here instead. I got hired on the spot. That's why it's important to pay attention. Don't be stubborn when it comes to getting something dead set in your mind. If you get something dead set in your mind, but spirit, your spirit team sees a better way and it guides you pay attention to what you hear, pay attention to what you see, and pay attention to what your gut says, because you might be going that way, but your better path is over here. Because it certainly was for me. It opened up a brand new door. So just keep that in mind. We're going to pull another angel card. I'm going to shut up. We have Caressa, and it says, you are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you. And that's what, look, you're already being guided. It's time to go. Come to the edge. This is a 9 card. When you're at the 10, it's already done, right? When you're at the 10, you're walking toward the 1. And when you're at the 9, it's wrapping up. And we are in a 9 years. So there may possibly be something wrapping up once and for all this year. Something that you have went through, manifested, went after in your divine masculine energy, and then just sort of retreating, relaxing, and it comes toward you. This is very supported this year, very much supported this whole entire year, and definitely this month. Keys on a ring. Some of you might be getting that house. Sudden change. Shocking news. Some of you might be getting a love confession. I like the keys on the ring, and particularly myself. But it talks about options, many options at that. All right. Transition. We've been talking about that transition, but having fun. So I feel like you definitely have something that you're going to receive. I feel like you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be better. And it's meant for you. So I was guided to use some different decks today. I was guided to use, I don't know the name of this one, Tarot Wonderland. I thought I had bought Alice in Wonderland, but I didn't. That was my fault for not paying closer attention. And that is what I was just saying. Pay attention to the signs like I did when I was looking for a job. So definitely pay attention to details. Don't let anything slip you by. And I would say with the mind's eye and also with the naked eye, because like I said, I thought this was Alice in Wonderland. It was Tarot in Wonderland. Then we're going to clarify with the Osho Zen, which is a spiritual deck. And if I'm still confused, I will use another deck. I will use my Weiser deck. So let's see what wants to come out here. I hope everyone's having a great day, evening, morning, afternoon. And I want to thank my moderators. When they show up, they're always here, but I appreciate all of you. The Empress and the Four of Wands in the reverse. Now, Four of Wands can talk about a house and the keys on the ring. So definitely some of you might be changing a location or a job. Okay, because sometimes the Four of Wands can be like a second home even, or having a second home, purchasing a second home. And the Empress reverse, I feel like it has a lot to do with a manifestation that hasn't come in. Maybe it's something to do with finances or a lack mindset. But with the Devil in reverse, beyond that, I do feel like no matter what, I feel like it's trying to get away from whatever the devil energy is. And that could be anything. It can be a negative person to, I want to buy that home, so I better stop spending so much and I better start saving, right? I better put some money in the bank and I better build upon that. That's just an analogy. Or if you know you're moving and you might have to buy new furnishings or a car. Some people take their car, some people sell their car, and they fly to where they're moving to. That's just an analogy. This can be any kind of change, but I feel like pay attention. You're already being guided here. Also, try to get enough sleep. Spirit just showed me some of you, myself included, Might just be too tired to be getting your messages, okay? Because you're just tired. You're just pushing through. And if that's you, try to anyway, so you can get your messages. Seven of Pentacles on the bottom, the Chariot reverse. It talks about hasn't been the right time. Also talks about divine timing. Didn't that card come out right there? Divine timing. There's two right there. So you and someone else either make a move or come together or move together at the right divine timing. This can also talk about money and savings. If anybody's dealing with the Scorpio, some of you might be moving away from a Scorpio and they don't like it. Just that's specific right here. All right, let's continue. Well, okay. Let's see. Show me, Spirit, how you want this to go. Okay, right here. Right there. Recent past is like an energy of talking about or feeling your way through something. I feel like you've been discussing a plan. I feel like something. All right. I feel like you've been discussing a plan or trying to feel your way through, literally, because this is a Two of Swords, but it's like intuition here. Okay. This is what's close to your heart. It could literally be a child. Some of you might have a child and you're trying to figure out the best decision for your child, okay? But this Three of Pentacles talks about a place. It can be a community, but a place where you guys can work together, also grow together, all right? Expand together. But it's in the recent past. So I feel like, you know, I'm drawn to this like little, it's like a shed in the water, but on wheels. And that's so odd, right? You don't see, unless it's, you know, maybe someone's relocating, maybe someone near the water, maybe crossing the water, maybe downsizing even. Hell, maybe someone getting a houseboat, but that's very specific. But there's a message. This fish is holding a message. This person not looking at the fish, but looking at what the fish is in. And this person is picking just the right one, the right pentacle off the tree. So, I mean, if someone's looking for a home or location, I can definitely see that in the cards. If someone's looking for a better job or a better neighborhood or something like that, I can definitely see that. Because we got the rabbit looking at like the paper. We got a viewer, someone viewing, but this is like pay attention. Also pay attention to water and plumbing and water. Pay attention to anything, if you're anything to do with water, okay? In your house, plumbing in your house, water, in your neighborhood, flood zones, anything that could pertain to water that I can't come up on the fly with, okay? You guys have a chance to think about it. And there's a very informative person here. So we have the viewer, the one checking something out. We have someone also looking over here, like a paper, and we have someone here who seems to be very knowledgeable and helpful. I really feel like there's a person you're trying to get away from. I do. This is like an analogy of you're living with a family member, or there's someone always in your business, or something like that, or near one. Okay, because I'm getting the vibes of like, anybody ever watched the TV show about Ray Romano, or it's Ray's Life or whatever? His mom was always coming across the street and bothering them. It really bothered. I think she was always in their situation. And I have this King of Wands right here. And it's like, okay, what if you have a family member, right? Or a friend, or somebody who's always coming around, or a nosy neighbor, or something like that, or somebody at work, a coworker. It's just somebody who is just always around, but it's a bit pesky or negative, okay? And then I feel like you're either could be moving on because of that, and it, like I said, it could be homework, it could be school, it could be anywhere, but it just seems like it's to get away from the devil. And the devil in this sense seems like more of an energy than an addiction. Like the energy of a person. Some of you might feel like you're being watched all the time. And then if there's someone else around, they could be oblivious to it. Like they're just oblivious to it. Like they can't see the snake on their nose, but they're looking at the snake right there. They're looking at the snake, but they're not bothered by it. So there could be somebody who deals with the karmic on a daily, and there's another person who deals with the karmic just like you, but they're not bothered by it. But someone's bothered by it enough to want to move away from it. And this is the energy here. Like, this is a sword. It's a 5 of Swords. It's a winning at all costs sometimes. And I feel in this reading it definitely applies. I definitely feel like there's somebody who wants to always one-up you, or know better than you. Put the thorn in your side. Even if it's like jabs. Like, I get like they can be like jabs. And I feel like it's a person who doesn't really want to see you to move forward, because it's almost like who would they bother if they didn't bother you? That's what I feel like. I feel like they pick on you and another person possibly. And I feel like you just don't want to entertain it. Okay, and it could be anybody, work, it could be a neighbor, it could be a family member, it could be somebody living in your house or in your apartment building or your neighborhood or something like that. But this is what I see. And then in the near future, the Magician in reverse, and it's like, what do I need? Okay, because a magician has all the tools, and I feel like it's somebody really saying, okay, what is it that I really need to make my dreams happen? First of all, to manifest it, you're going to need your mind, and you're going to need to meditate, and you're going to need to sit in consciousness, like I told you, because anything that you want, the fastest way to get it is get my attention and everyone else's attention who you don't know, who exist in this universe, and call out to us and say to us, please help me. I'm trying to accomplish this. I want more peace in my life. I'm not in a peaceful situation. Please help me accomplish this. You can pray. I have to be sensitive to what I say, because a lot of people who watch tarot, some pray and some don't. It's like a 50-50 thing. But the way to obtain what you want is really to have the entire collective consciousness help you out. And any manifestation programs or books or Gaia, a lot of that stuff tells you to tune into that. That might be what's missing, because someone might be looking at it as lack. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough resources. That is trying to take a physical object to fix another physical object, okay? But the way to do it, to truly do it quickly, and it takes practice. I've been practicing. It's not easy, especially for Aquarians, because we are in our minds. And to do this, we have to get out of our mind. And we have to get into consciousness and just sort of slip into that and just be silent and still. And then it's like answers get revealed, or a path is shown, or it just comes to you some kind of way miraculously. I feel that's what's missing, but we're going to clarify that. These are weird cards, but I get a lot of messages from them, so maybe it was good. Let's get the staff and start clarifying. King of Cups in the reverse. That's Scorpio coming out. Water energy. It's someone who may not like it. Six of Cups. I can see how somebody can be trying to manipulate something to get their outcome. All right? Yeah. Somebody doesn't want you to go, but somebody is also at the same time a waste of your time. It's not going to go anywhere. And what this is really saying is it's just time to really focus on yourself or your tribe, right? Focus on what you have to do for you. There is an energy that isn't going to like you, possibly moving on. And it's one of those scenarios, you know, because maybe they're not going to have anyone to bother, you know. They're not going to have anyone to sort of focus on. Like, I feel like you've been the focus. Give me a final card and then we'll clarify. Why the Seven of Swords reverse? Maybe this is where you find out something. Maybe somebody knows you want to go in a different direction and they do something to sort of sabotage it so that you have to sort of stick with them. But I don't see that working at all. I see that your Four Swords reverse, which is moving on, because you're really going to focus on this thing. Whatever this is you guys want, you're really going to focus on it. And it doesn't matter if there's somebody on the outside watching. The word, really what comes to mind is they're just not going to know who to focus on. They, you know, maybe their world is lonely without you, but they're not a very positive influence, you know. All right, let's clarify. The Empress in reverse. Maybe it is a mother. I mean, maybe. Maybe it's an overbearing mother, but maybe it's also, you know, some sort of family dynamic where there's a child involved or a grandchild involved. It strongly has a lot to do with moving away. So maybe someone's mother doesn't want them to move away, or someone doesn't want their child to move away. But I see, like, because I know some of you are mothers, and no, it's not the ones, it's not you mothers that I interact with in the chat. This is more or less like a controlling force, all right? There's a controlling force here that is going to lose control when you or you and someone else move on or move in together or something like this. Tell me about the Empress in the reverse. That is Taurus, Libra energy, Venus energy. Could even be somebody doesn't approve of someone. But I feel like someone's being watched more than anything. Mind. Yeah, because I see you and somebody else. All right. But I see this third energy always interjecting into that. And you could be like in a connection with somebody, a family member or a lover or a spouse, and somebody is always interjecting. Tell me about that mind. All right, but this is the whole thing. All right, so pay attention because you are going to be guided right here. All right, so I feel like you see how these little look like little stacks of chimney stacks going into the mind. I feel like you're going to get some downloads. All right, I do. Angel guidance right here. 2 cards of that in the mind. So I do feel like you're going to get downloads. They could just come out of nowhere. All right, come out of nowhere, just like I was guided to tell you when I was looking for a job, dead set on going that way, and I got to the red light and Spirit says make a right and go over there. I feel like it's going to be like that. Tell me about the 4 wands in the reverse. And if you're having trouble deciding on what direction to go, because here we have the 4 wands in the upright, okay? This is where you're going to be happy. You want to manifest a happy place, right? This is happiness. And this is keys on a ring. These keys can open that building. They can open a car. They can open a door to a new life. Keys open, right? They open and they also can lock. And what's going to need to get locked out is whatever this energy is that's been controlling. And this is the 4 wands reverse. So you might be guided to go in another direction. Okay, tell me about that 4 wands in the reverse. Yeah, new vision reverse. You haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen it yet. And the Empress is here reverse on the bottom. All right, and playfulness is 2 of Pentacles. So you haven't received this vision yet. For whoever this reading, this frequency that I'm reading for, you haven't received this information, this knowledge yet, but you will, and you're going to see things differently. You're going to see things differently. You're going to know exactly what to do and where to go. So just hang tight. Could be a lightning bolt, a flash. I just was guided to this. You know, it could be a lightning bolt, a flash. All of a sudden, bet that's my brother. That's my brother. I feel like it's instant. So pay attention. I feel like you're going to get a just instant download. And you're going to absolutely know what to do. It looks like you're definitely trying to go toward a better energy. It seems like there's somebody that is of a nuisance in your life, your work, your community, your neighbor, your family, in your house, somewhere. Tell me about the Chariot in the reverse. That's fast energy. It's a big old vehicle, but it's reverse. It's also Cancer energy, and it's Judgment right there. Scorpio, Pluto. Judgment. At the right time. At the right time, you are going to move on. And it's going to leave somebody like this. But at the right time, you are going to move on. You might leave a bunch of stuff behind as well. Whatever that is. And start over somewhere else. We have Death, which is Pluto energy. We have Judgment, which is Pluto energy. I feel like Pluto is going to bring about the opportunity at the right moment. Tell me about Judgment. It's also Scorpio energy, and I do have that over here. Could be a Scorpio involved somewhere. Abundance. See, you're going into a very abundant place. And we have this energy that I picked up on, Divine Masculine energy. And this is something that you're working toward or achieving, or you've already manifested it, and you're going to then get to receive it. All right. It looks as of this reading you haven't received it. It looks as of this reading that it's in the works, because change is happening. Has a lot to do with Pluto and divine timing. But it looks like it is going to happen. I would not be surprised if somebody doesn't try to sabotage it, or you find out that someone tried to sabotage you to keep you from moving forward. Tell me about the recent past. Page of Cups, Three of Pentacles. I feel like that's talking about plans. Maybe someone even listened to that. Who knows? 3 of Cups. I feel like there's 3, all right? I feel like you and 2 others, whether they're animals or kids or people, I just feel like there is... I feel like you're coming together, or you've had a discussion with somebody here recently, a heart-to-heart. And I feel like changes are happening. I feel like there's going to be new energy coming in, but not necessarily... Yeah, you can have new people, but what I mean by new energy is like you're going from an energy of where there wasn't enough of something, resources, approval, money, or whatever options, to where there is. Because I feel like you're leaving the exhaustion and getting like a new wind, right? A new wind is what I feel like. The complete peace is coming here soon. Give me a card for that. We have 3 of Pentacles, and we have 3 of Cups and Page of Cups. Three of Swords reverse. The Hangman. So this is all about the right time. There's going to be recovery or reclaiming something at exactly the right time, and I do feel that you're going to get either an intuitive download or hit instantly with the lightning, with the keys. I do feel that. I really do. However it comes to you, it might just be a strong feeling. You could just hear a word over and over in your head. Tell me about that 10 of Swords reverse. We have the top of the reading here, what crowns is the Ace of Wands reverse, but we have this 5 of Swords, and it's like what if you had this obligation or something that was holding you back? 5 of Swords. This 5 of Swords is what's holding you back because the Ace of Wands is in the reverse. But it's time for this to be done, because it's been, you know, it's been like a thorn in your side, but almost there. And 10 of Swords means you're probably in the 9 of Swords, or you're in the process. You're very close to getting something or getting to a place you wanted. Keep in mind what is on your mind the most. Peace, because it looks like this person has disrupted peace. And if you want peace, it looks like you're going to be going in a direction away from a person who is, you know, you don't feel peaceful around them. You always feel like there's some sort of chaos or conflict when they're around. If this is your reading. Yeah. We got postponement and the outsider. But if you look at these, this is a person, I told you, I feel like this person watches you. And for someone, it's an older spirit. You have like a child, and you have this, but it's also it's someone who could be watching you, but it also could be somebody returning, you know. If there was a person that kept you away from that parent-child connection, they was always a thorn. I feel like that's getting removed. If there was somebody who stopped you from a connection, I feel like that's what's being removed. If there was someone who was sort of, you couldn't move forward because they were around their negativity or whatnot, I feel like this is what's changing very soon. You're at the end of it. And Spirit just said sometimes when you're at the end of something, you might feel like you're losing your damn mind when you're toward the end of something. Like you just feel like you can't take it anymore. But that's when you know, that's like an affirmation. It's you're about there. Like you're really at the end. And it's like that Spirit is saying to me, it's like that way when the opportunity comes in for change, you won't say no to it. That's why you're going to feel like I just can't, I can't take this no more. I don't want to be around this. This isn't who I am. I don't want to deal with other beings who are like this. Spirit said that happens that way so that you won't stay in it another moment. When that chance or opportunity comes along, you will do it. You will go. You will release that energy. Tell me about that Five of Swords. Clinging to the past. So for some of you might have been dealing with this kind of energy or person for a long time. Give me a card from the Weiser deck. And again, the Four of Wands is in the reverse, beyond illusion. You're going to understand, or someone's going to understand why you have to separate from that energy. It's just too negative. We have the Chariot here, Hangman. Hang tight, because it's coming. Is what I just heard. Okay. Tell me about that Five of Swords, that clinging to the past card. There's a person who makes things very difficult in your life. They're over involved, they're too much, they're extra. I feel like you're going to be moving forward, okay, with someone else. Maybe somebody has Taurus, Gemini, Virgo in their chart. Doesn't have to be, but I feel like it's somebody who the missing piece really wasn't that there was a missing piece. The missing piece was there was an extra piece. That's why. There was an extra piece to the puzzle. And now it's time for that extra piece to go to the puzzle it's supposed to be at. We have Scorpio and Pisces and really Cancer too with this moon. And it seems like somebody is sort of keeping their plans close to themselves. Maybe waiting for the right opportunity, because it does look like there's something that needs to change for this to happen. And it is in the process. Tell me about that Hierophant. The Lovers, yeah. You're letting go, or you and another person are letting go of a third energy and just being together. So it really looks like somebody's been involved with you and in a significant relationship between you and someone else, and that is being let go of. It's going to be so much more peace and quiet. And this is what's being brought in. This is the change that's happening. Tell me about the moon and the reverse and the hanged one. Maybe it's waiting for the right time to tell the person. It's going to be a shock. Yes, it's going to be a shock. Someone is not going to know how to handle it when you and another person, okay, reveal that you're going someplace without them. This person can't come along with you. You either already have a divine person in your life and you guys are going on, and there's been some sort of external resistance and you guys are going on together without that external resistance, or you're leaving something and you're still going to two. I've been seeing this for a while, but there's somebody else out, and for me it's like pesky energy. Maybe it's a family member, a friend, somewhere where you live. The tower is a house, but when you move on, it's going to be a tower to somebody. Somebody's not going to like it, but something changes with them. They get courage and strength on their own. I feel like somebody has intervened or intercepted in your life because they don't have a life, and they're going to have to get a life. when you get yours, okay? Or when you already take the one you have and make it better. Because I do feel like some of you are already with somebody, and there's just someone interfering. That's what I feel for some of you. Anyway, let's close out. I want to thank all of you who showed up. Thank you to my moderators. I've been talking too long. Let me get out of here. Thank you, guys. We're going to close out with a Spirit of the Animal Oracle, Grizzly Bear and Power. It says, Grizzly Bear, I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads me. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. And that's how I see you. I see you not giving up. And I see that you're being guided. And I see that you're at the end of a very difficult cycle. Okay, and like Spirit said, at the very end of that cycle, you might feel like pulling your hair out or something, but don't do it. That's just a sign that you're about there. You're not even almost there, like you're like a step away. Anyway, y'all, I love you and thank you for tuning in, and namaste, my friends.